You wake up with plans, ambitions, and goals. You tell yourself, today will be different. Today I'll finally do what needs to be done. But by noon, the motivation fades. By evening, you're back where you started, scrolling, distracting yourself, postponing what matters. And the cycle repeats. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your mind isn't working for you, it's working against you. Not because you're weak or broken, but because your mind is designed to protect you from discomfort, not to propel you toward greatness. It prioritizes short-term relief over long-term success. It seeks comfort, not growth. And unless you understand how to override its default programming, you'll remain trapped in patterns that steal your potential. This isn't motivational fluff. This is about understanding the mechanics of mental betrayal and learning how to take back control before it's too late. Part 1. The architecture of self-sabotage. Your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly scans your environment, anticipates threats, and calculates the path of least resistance. This served our ancestors well when survival was the priority. But in the modern world, where success depends on delayed gratification, discipline, and deliberate discomfort, this ancient wiring becomes a liability. The problem is this: your brain equates discomfort with danger. When you face a challenging task, whether it's starting a business, having a difficult conversation, or simply getting out of bed early, your brain interprets the discomfort as a threat, and its job is to protect you from threats. So it activates its defense systems. It floods you with resistance, doubt, and distraction. It whispers that you're not ready, that you should wait for the perfect moment, that you deserve a break. And before you know it, you've surrendered to the path of least resistance. This is why motivation is unreliable. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are fleeting. Relying on motivation to drive your actions is like relying on the weather to determine your success. Some days it's there, most days it's not. The key is to stop waiting for your mind to cooperate and start commanding it. Part 2. The comfort trap. Comfort is a seductive prison. It feels safe, familiar, and easy. But comfort is also the enemy of growth. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you reinforce the neural pathways that keep you stuck. Your brain craves certainty. It wants to know what will happen, how things will unfold, and that you'll be safe. But growth lives in uncertainty. Progress demands stepping into the unknown, risking failure, and enduring discomfort. Here's what most people don't realize. Comfort is not neutral. It's not a harmless resting place. Comfort is corrosive. The longer you stay in it, the harder it becomes to leave. Your tolerance for discomfort atrophies, your capacity for resilience weakens, and over time, even the smallest challenges feel insurmountable. This is why people who have been comfortable for too long struggle to change. Their comfort zone has become a fortress, and the walls are too high to climb. The solution is deliberate discomfort. You must intentionally expose yourself to challenges that make you uncomfortable. Not recklessly, but strategically. Cold showers, difficult conversations, early mornings, physical training. These are not just habits. They are training grounds for your mind. Each time you choose discomfort, you send a signal to your brain: I am in control. You are not. And over time, this recalibrates your relationship with resistance. Part 3. The distraction economy. Your mind doesn't just betray you through resistance, it betrays you through distraction. And the modern world is designed to exploit this vulnerability. Every app, platform, and device is engineered to hijack your attention. Algorithms are optimized to keep you scrolling, clicking, and consuming. Notifications are timed to interrupt your focus. Content is curated to trigger dopamine spikes that keep you coming back for more. And your brain is complicit. It craves novelty, instant gratification, and easy rewards. So when you sit down to do deep work, writing, studying, building, your brain starts scanning for an escape. It whispers, Just check your phone for a second, just one quick break, and before you realize it, 30 minutes have passed and you've accomplished nothing. This is not a failure of willpower. This is a design flaw in how you're structuring your environment. Willpower is finite. It depletes throughout the day. Relying on willpower to resist distraction is like relying on a leaky dam to hold back a flood. The solution is to design an environment that eliminates temptation. Remove the distractions before they become choices. Put your phone in another room. Block distracting websites. Create friction between you and your vices. And make your desired behaviors the path of least resistance. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your intentions ever will. Part 4. The stories you tell yourself. Your mind betrays you most insidiously through the stories it tells. These stories masquerade as truth, but they are just narratives, often outdated, inaccurate, and self-limiting. I'm not good at this. I don't have what it takes. People like me don't succeed at things like this. These are not facts. They are interpretations, and interpretations can be changed. The problem is that your brain treats these stories as evidence. It looks for proof that confirms what it already believes. This is called confirmation bias. If you believe you're not capable, your brain will highlight every failure and ignore every success. It will distort reality to protect the narrative. And the longer you repeat these stories, the more entrenched they become. They shape your identity. They dictate your choices. They define the boundaries of what you believe is possible. But here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And once you recognize this distinction, you gain the power to challenge the narratives that no longer serve you. The process is simple but not easy. When a limiting belief arises, pause. Ask yourself, is this true or is this a story? Where did this belief come from? Is it based on evidence or is it based on fear? Then, deliberately construct a new narrative. Not a fantasy, but a realistic counter-story grounded in evidence. I'm not good at this yet, but I'm learning. I've struggled before, but I've also overcome. People like me have succeeded, and I can too. Over time, these new stories become your default, and your behavior follows. Part 5. The power of identity. Most people try to change their behavior without changing their identity. They want to lose weight, but they still see themselves as someone who struggles with discipline. They want to build a business, but they still see themselves as an employee. And this misalignment creates internal resistance. Your identity is the deepest level of belief. It's not just what you think about yourself, it's who you believe you are. And every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. If you want lasting change, you must shift your identity first, not through affirmations or wishful thinking, but through evidence. Small, consistent actions that prove to yourself that you are becoming the person you aspire to be. If you want to be a writer, write every day. If you want to be disciplined, honor your commitments. If you want to be resilient, embrace discomfort. Each action reinforces the identity, and over time, the identity becomes automatic. This is why systems are more powerful than goals. Goals are about outcomes. Systems are about identity. When you focus on the system, the daily behaviors, the rituals, the habits, you become the type of person who naturally achieves the outcomes you desire. Part 6. The discipline algorithm. Discipline is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be developed through practice. The first step is to stop relying on motivation. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the fuel. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. And discipline is built through repetition, not inspiration. The second step is to start small. Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. They overhaul their entire life in a burst of enthusiasm, and when the enthusiasm fades, they collapse back into old patterns. Instead, focus on one behavior. Make it so small that it feels trivial. Wake up 5 minutes earlier, do 5 push-ups, write 1 sentence. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is the consistency, because every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you build trust with yourself. You prove that you are reliable. And this self-trust is the foundation of discipline. The third step is to remove decision-making. Discipline is not about making the right choice in the moment. It's about designing your life so that the right choice is automatic. Create routines, rituals, and systems that eliminate the need for willpower. Your morning routine should be so ingrained that you don't think about it. Your workout schedule should be non-negotiable. Your work rituals should trigger focus automatically. The less you have to decide, the more you can execute. Part 7. The cost of inaction. The mind betrays you not just through action, but through inaction. It convinces you that waiting is safer than risking, that planning is more important than starting, that someday is a real date on the calendar, but inaction has a cost. Every day you delay is a day you don't get back. Every opportunity you pass is a door that closes. Every goal you postpone becomes harder to achieve, and the longer you wait, the more your mind rationalizes the delay. It creates elaborate justifications. You're not ready, the timing isn't right, you need more preparation. But these are just excuses dressed up as reason. The truth is this: you will never feel ready. There will never be a perfect moment. The conditions will never be ideal. And if you wait for certainty, you will wait forever. The antidote to inaction is imperfect action. Start before you're ready. Launch before it's perfect. Speak before you're confident. Because action creates momentum, and momentum creates clarity. You don't need to see the entire path. You just need to take the next step, and then the next. And before you know it, you've traveled farther than you ever imagined. Part 8. Rewiring the default. Your mind operates on default settings, patterns, habits, and responses that have been programmed over years. These defaults are efficient, but they're not always optimal. And if you want to take control, you must actively rewire them. This requires awareness. You must notice when your mind is running on autopilot, when it defaults to distraction, avoidance, or self-doubt. And in those moments, you must intervene, pause, breathe, observe, then choose a different response. This is not about suppressing your thoughts or forcing positivity. It's about creating space between stimulus and response. In that space lies your power. Over time, these interventions become automatic. The new responses replace the old defaults, and your mind begins to work for you instead of against you. This is not a quick fix. It's a lifelong practice, but every moment you choose awareness over autopilot, you reclaim a piece of your sovereignty. Part 9. The war you can't afford to lose. Make no mistake, this is a war between the person you are and the person you could become, between comfort and growth, between distraction and focus, between inaction and progress, and your mind is the battlefield. The enemy is not external, it's internal. It's the voice that tells you to quit, the impulse that pulls you toward ease, the fear that keeps you small. But here's the truth. You are stronger than that voice. You are more capable than your doubts suggest, and you have everything you need to win this war. It won't be easy. There will be days when you stumble, when you fall back into old patterns, when you question whether it's worth it. But those moments don't define you. What defines you is whether you get back up. Because every battle you win, every moment you choose discipline over distraction, action over inaction, growth over comfort, you become stronger. Your mind learns that you are in control, and over time, the resistance weakens. This is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Conclusion: take back control. Your mind will always try to protect you. It will always default to comfort, distraction, and inaction. That's its nature. But you are not at the mercy of your mind. You have the power to override its programming, to challenge its narratives, and to command it toward your goals. This requires awareness, discipline, and relentless commitment. It requires you to embrace discomfort, to eliminate distraction, and to take action before you feel ready. But the reward is freedom. Freedom from the patterns that hold you back. Freedom from the doubts that keep you small. Freedom to become the person you know you're capable of being. The choice is yours. You can continue letting your mind betray you, or you can take control. But understand this: the cost of inaction is far greater than the pain of discipline. The war is happening whether you fight or not. The question is, will you win?